Bear Grylls lie. Bear Grylls sometimes lie. All his acts, is he really out in the wilderness attacking things? Is he staying at a 5-star hotel? Is he actually in danger? Well, sometimes no. And that's what this video is going to be touching on. You will enjoy it. Much love. Hopefully you like. Don't forget to subscribe down below if you like this video, by the way. I really wanted to watch this Sunny V2 video with you guys.
I didn't know it was this
that was super
fake.
loud.
That comment was posted to an early expose of Man vs. Wild Season 1 Episode 5, while Bear Grylls' other survival missions have featured everything from rented horses to volcanic
Why is this like quality looks so shit?
Smoke machines. We're gonna go over every available example where Bear Grylls might not have been telling the truth, including multiple responses from the man himself, so you can come to your own conclusion about whether or not the show was real. A TV survivalist caught cutting corners.
I always thought that most of his shit was real. Like, especially at the end of the day, he still did drink his own pee. So he took that L.
This was the first example of Bear Grylls being called out for fakery, and it came on the 24th of July 2007, just 4 days after the end of the first season.
Damn.
The article was written after Mark Weinert, one of the show's consultants, came forward to talk about the ways in which the first season was staged. Mark began by explaining
only season 1 though, right?
Nevada mountains. Grylls was seen supposedly sleeping under a
this
rock
quality
with
of these
life-saving fire.
And this little overhang here, here's all I've really
That's
got.
so bad.
Our shelter for the night. It's not very nice.
Yet in all actuality, Grylls instead spent each night at the Pines Resort in Bass Lake, which is advertised as a cozy getaway for families, and is a luxurious hotel with its own spa on a lake, as well as television, stone fireplaces, hot tubs, and internet access. However, this isn't the
not bad. I would
episode which has since been exposed as fake. Only a few minutes after waking from the
Bro.
campsite, which he apparently didn't even sleep at, Grylls runs into a group of wild Mustang before talking about how unusual it was to see them out in the wild.
A chance to use an old Native American mode of transport comes my way.
And this is such a privilege to see.
Dude, I can't even see his face. Pixels are so bad.
Maybe from a ranch.
He spends the next couple of minutes gaining the trust of the wild horses before trying to jump onto one without success, which is interesting as, according to a Reddit post, Bear Grylls breaking a wild Mustang was actually a choreographed scene shot with a domesticated horse from a nearby ranch. The post included a video
So
which
he's still
has sadly
fucked
now
up.
been deleted, yet there are comments on other websites that have the claim.
So there was a domesticated horse. He was just so trash that he couldn't tame it and sit on it. What a loser.
The wild horses
I didn't even know
of the
that.
American West are uncombed, skittish wild creatures with scrapes and cockleburs, not the gentle, manicured saddle horse which was seen in that episode, alongside
Kinda
YouTube
true.
comments.
Now that you
such
pointed
as,
out,
I
true.
grew up near Reno, Nevada, and spent a lot of time watching wild horses. The proof that he never roped a wild horse, he's still alive. On top of this, Mark Weiner
True, now that you
explained
think-
that
now that you
season
say
one,
it.
episode 9, in which Grylls is supposedly surviving on a scarce desert island, was actually filmed off the coast of Hawaii, where Grylls spent his evenings in a motel.
To be honest, though, this is still groundbreaking content. I can see this, if Bear Grylls didn't happen, I can see this kind of stuff being like a Mr. Beast video.
During the same episode, Grylls can be seen making a bamboo raft on the beach, which even included a fishnet sail. Yet this was also debunked after Weinert explained he actually led a team of builders to construct the raft. It was then taken apart so that Grylls could be shown building it on camera. However, it was season 1 episode 5 on Mount Kilimanjaro.
Oh yeah, this one was
that
so
the most
bad.
Suspicious of them all.
This one was
At the
so
beginning of the
bad.
Episode, Grylls was supposedly walking on an active volcano, shown by sulfur dioxide gas which was steaming from the surface.
Sulfur dioxide gas forms in volcanoes, and here it's really thick. Look at this, you can actually see the sulfur dioxide here seeping out of these vents.
However, after the episode went live, one of the show's safety instructors explained to the Sunday Times that the white clouds of poisonous sulfur dioxide that billowed around the former SAS Explorer were in fact harmless vapor created by smoke machines. And according to insiders, the red glow of the molten magma, which he warned could incinerate him in seconds, was supplemented by burning hot coals brought in by members of the production
Oh my
team.
god, that's way worse than I thought it was. I just thought it was, you know, that everyone's seen the clip of him like, and we're out desert island, and then some other guy like goes to the area and it pans to the left and it's like a highway. Like, that's what I remember when I think Bear Grylls. I don't know.
Sulfur dioxide fumes are colorless and you can't see it, so smoke generators were used off screen to make the existing fumes seem visible. Later in the episode, Grylls talks about being far from civilization.
Yeah, this one.
Crossing the terrain was dangerous due to lava cracks in the ground.
Crossing these fragile fissures can be dangerous, but there is a way to do it. Sometimes you get these lava bridges that cross them over, but you've got to be really careful crossing these, just because you don't know what's solid and what's hollow underneath.
However,
Wait
when
for
a
it.
YouTuber called Volcano Chaser
Wait
uploaded
for
a
it.
video titled Rayman vs. Wild Bear
for
Grylls as a
it.
phony, this segment was also debunked.
Wait
The video
for
showed
it.
that just behind the camera, the lava crack came to an end and could have simply been walked around, which became even worse after it was shown that Grylls was not far from civilization and was rather right next to a major highway.
There it is.
To add a cherry on top of the cake, the video description exposed other parts of the episode by stating, most of the scenes in the show don't exist in the area he was supposed to be in. Avocado trees, lava tube, tropical forest, fissures, and landing site are all in different parts of the island and separated by up to 50 miles. I've hiked this area hundreds of times. These fissures are unique to a small area on the summit and are a very popular tourist viewing area. They're only a few hundred feet long and easy to go around.
Well, if they knew it was a very popular tourist area, why did they film there? Unless this was a PR stunt. Get your tinfoil hats on. This is a PR stunt. They knew someone would go there.
Only the phony bear seems to have trouble crossing them. The fissures are located next to the parking area, where cars can be seen on the crater rim drive shown on the clip, although there was still more trickery that wasn't being made obvious to the audience.
Here we
Survival
go.
expert Nick Vrumans worked with Bear Grylls on season 1 episode 13 in the Australian
This is all season
Outback,
1.
after which Nick stated that even the script itself was pre-planned. He'd expand on this by stating everything you see in the show is set up. I built him shelters and found him snakes to eat. On the show broadcast to Europe and the US, you see him catch a snake, kill it, and eat it. But it was actually 2 snakes. A roadkill that I found which he was shown beating on the head and eating, and then a live olive python that a wildlife carer had been rehabilitating.
Oh my
which is followed
God.
by Vrumans also exposing the segment where Grylls was almost attacked by a crocodile, stating, the whole crew was petrified of the crocodiles. Bear didn't want to get anywhere near the water, so he filmed a setup of him like he was near a crocodile when he was actually a safe distance away. I was a bit miffed when I saw the finished show. As a result of the media
Bit
ripping each
miffed. That
episode
dude's so
to shreds,
Australian.
Bear Grylls was given a chance to respond to the controversy during a live talk show.
And then we heard somebody complaining that they said, no, he's down the road at the Motel 6. He's not really out there surviving.
The way we film these things is over 6 days, and when I'm filming the live night stuff out, I'm out whether it's in a camel carcass or up a tree, and then when we're not filming the night stuff, I'll stay with the crew, wherever that is, whether it's in a tented camp area in the Sahara or a jungle lodge, in a rainforest or wherever.
Grylls would then issue a public apology stating, if people felt misled on how the first series was represented, I'm really sorry for that. He added, I'm the person that takes the rap for these things, even though I'm not always involved in the editing side of it, which is followed by the show promising to be 100% transparent going into the future. To
Okay.
cover themselves, the second
That's what I
season-
mean. Yeah, that's what I mean. They're going to touch on other seasons. Was it only season 1 that was bad, but that's what I mean. Like, I don't think it's only season 1. I think it was like more episodes in the future. Like, I don't think there's no shot he's going on a raft and surviving on the raft for like 8 days, right? Remember that one? That's where he drank his own piss and everyone was just like, oh, yeah, okay.
Open with a
That's
disclaimer.
not-
However, it's not like
that's
this did
not
anything to
Jad,
convince
no
viewers
shot.
of the show's authenticity. If I had to choose one person to be stranded on a desert island with, it would be Bear Grylls. That way he would have his crew with him, and they would probably pay for us to stay in a nice hotel or something, which became even worse after the show was
Good meme.
exposed for a different stunt. During the episode in the African savannah, Grylls is shown squeezing water out of elephant dung, which by itself didn't seem all that troublesome. When Canadian survival expert Les Stroud, host of the show Survivor Man, responded to the episode in a Reddit AMA, he debunked the strategy by stating, many of the actual survival skills taught are bogus. It's not possible to squeeze drinkable water out of elephant dung. Well, it is if your cameraman has soaked it with bottled water. I would even go so far as to say that some of the skills, if followed and attempted in a real survival situation, could result in worsening the situation, with this comment coming alongside a few instances of Les Stroud dissing Man vs. Wild for its lack of authenticity.
I was wondering if you've ever had the opportunity to meet Bear Grylls.
I haven't, because I'm out overnight and there's nobody else out there.
What are your thoughts on Bear Grylls?
If you wanted to learn about archaeology, would you get it from Harrison Ford?
A lot of fresh water around here. It's a good thing, too. Otherwise, I'd be reduced to probably having to drink my own pee. Yeah, right.
There are YouTube videos as well as full-blown websites dedicated to the poor advice
Welcome back,
that
Sherry.
Bear Grylls is given, with many stating that this constitutes
Throw your
fake
food at a
news,
bear.
while others have made the point that Grylls was simply showing survival techniques, and it therefore didn't matter if the shots were set up or not. It's a show to teach you how to survive certain scenarios. To have every survival stunt to be real every single episode would be both dangerous and illogical. He teaches survival techniques. It's obviously irrelevant if he's really facing those perils or not. The point is, it's entertaining and informative. He was teaching people how to survive if they were in that situation, as if he's not risking his—
I think these comments are just cope though, because like, true, but some of them are just like not worth it. Like if you try and squeeze out moisture from shit and eat it, you're just gonna give yourself like some sort of infection in your stomach. You're gonna kill yourself.
life for a freaking TV show. Whether or not setting up the shots constitutes fakery is up for debate. However, a YouTuber by the name of Lo the Show seems convinced that even when set up, a different Bear Grylls stunt is completely impossible. Eating a snake.
Even with the guts and skin on, you can eat them straight like this.
Oh. Bruh.
Not possible.
Although in other episodes, Bear Grylls has shown himself eating snakes in their entirety, so I wouldn't call the video by Lo the Show all that much of a debunk. However, if we want slightly better evidence, we have to look at a video posted by Justin Wallace.
I like this.
Climber cringe, Bear Grylls confirmed.
Climber cringe.
Justin, who's clearly an avid climber, spends the video criticizing an advertisement in which Bear Grylls is climbing.
All right, I'm gonna say this right now. If you're a rock climber, it's a cult. I don't know why, I don't know how, but it's a cult. When all my friends that I've seen be climbers, they just, yeah, I'm a climber. It's like, it's also like, what's it called? CrossFit. I feel like it's in the same boat as CrossFit, cult-wise.
Route in Utah.
Yo, you climb?
Shown to be using all the wrong gear.
Guess we're using the
100%.
Mountaineer's coil, which you don't really do, especially when you're trad climbing in Moab, because it just kinks up your rope. Sorry, bud, but a single wire gate on your harness isn't gonna do much for you.
You tell him.
Knots.
What the hell knot is that? Kind of looks like a bowline, but not really.
And even climbing the wall incorrectly.
I don't even see his last piece. He's like 40 feet run out right there. You're gonna die, man. Oh, and there's so many good placements too. What is he doing? There's no way he is holding his body weight with that one hand in that crack right there. And his 2 feet are just sticking out on nothing. His crew is definitely pulling his fat ass up there on a 3-to-1. There's no way he's climbing that.
You tell him, man.
The rock climbing video has a dislike ratio of almost 75% and features comments such as, gotta give him credit for really committing to the BS. Interesting skills he has in climbing. This is just ridiculous. Wow, it could be impressive if it was not fake. As a climber, it's obvious that the heli dropped him.
As a climber
and he
myself.
made some shots rappelling down. I used to like him, disappointing. You could make the argument that Grylls gets a pass given it was filmed for an advertisement, but does he get a pass for an—
Wait, why are they so mad? It is filmed for an advertisement. Wait, hold up. That's fine. You see people on like, I'm a celebrity, get me out of here, jumping out of a Boeing 747 and like catapulting themselves onto the island and landing with like an explosion. You're not gonna, no one's in the comments saying, as an epic like base jumper myself, there's no way they're gonna make that altitude of a jump and land with that kind of an impact. It's like, what? If it's an ad, it's fine. If he's giving advice, that's when it's cringe. If it's part of the survival show and he's doing it, that's when it's cringe.
Article titled Bear Grylls Show Accused of Fakery Again, after the island's ordinary men exposed as trained professionals. According to the article, the island by Bear Grylls introduced what was supposed to be 13 ordinary men are about to be abandoned on a Pacific island with just the clothes they stand up in and a few tools. But there was no mention that Rupert Smith had worked in war zones and extreme environments, including alongside Grylls as director of Channel 4's Escape to the Legion. Similarly, there was no introduction to cameraman cameraman Dan Etheridge, who also worked with Grylls on Discovery Channel's Man vs. Wild. Kif McManus, a sound recordist with 10 years experience in some of the world's most dangerous places, also failed to get a mention. The article also revealed that 2 caiman crocodiles had been manually released onto the island, and that the rare source of fresh drinking water found by those on the show was actually a rubber-lined pool set up by the production.
A rubber-lined
Channel 4
pool.
responded to the featuring of trained professionals by stating, "It clearly states in the program voiceover that trained crew are part of the experiment, living under the exact same conditions."
Okay, well,
as
get
the
clapped
Like
then.
all of the men on the island, their professions are captioned on screen and their backgrounds are discussed. Biographies are also on the Channel 4 website.
Okay, well then the outrage is just BS if they have all of that. But I mean, the rubber-lined pool. What are you gonna say about that, bro? What are you gonna say about that? Yeah, that's just cringe.
Before going on to address the crocodiles and drinking water by stating, "We had to ensure the island's only water supply, a muddy pool, would last through filming in the dry season, and that there was enough native animals and native vegetation that could sustain the men for 28 days, as long as they had the ingenuity to find it, catch it, and kill it," which you have to admit is a pretty decent statement.
You know what, fair. You know what, fair. I'll pay them for that. They set up stuff so there's enough food and water on there to last. If they find it, good. If there's crocodiles that they can kill, chop, eat, cool. Same with fish. Because there's no point jumping them on the island if you know they're just not going to make it, right? Make it so they can achieve the goal. But I guess the point of there is no more water, we need to end the show is kind of cringe. But there's no more food, I need to kill another contestant. That's PogChamp. Good video. I feel like there's some big expose ones there, but the other ones are kind of like, not really. People like nitpicking. Like, the rock climbing one's kind of nitpicking. The island one where they're just like, well, no one said that there was some people that like have survived in harsh conditions. It still doesn't change the show because it makes a really good contrast for those who haven't had experience in those situations. It makes it actually more entertaining to watch. However, I'm in a dangerous volcano and it's just like rocks and smoke and you're actually by the side of a road at a tourist attraction. It's just kind of funny.